The NBA has always been full of players who dress snazzy, but now more than ever, we're seeing players with amazing fashion senses. And in the last 10 years, the NBA has come a very long way, and we're not seeing many players dressed in oversized jumbo suits like it was back then in the 2003 draft. In today's NBA, almost each and every player has a stylist, and they simply can't afford to miss with their fit. Now, the players that we're going to mention won't be players who had a single nice outfit. They're consistently stylish and experiment with their outfits. Don't worry, there are a few superstars on the list, but just because they're good in the game doesn't mean they automatically landed a spot. Take Kyle Kuzma, for example. He sucks and still got a spot on this list.
6-5, Toronto leading. Kuzma, corner three. Kyle Kuzma hits his first three as the Wizards knock down their first two.
Okay, he's not that bad, we're only teasing, but his style is pretty fly. Now yes, you can say dating supermodel Winnie Harlow on and off might have changed Kuzma's idea and interest in fashion, but truth be told, he has always been super fashionable. He's been throwing on wild fits since day one in the league. Now we can't say that he's always had the best outfits. Some of his drips were swings and misses, but when he does get it right, he looks brilliant. Another player, on the other hand, needs no introduction. This superstar is LeBron James.
The man to turn it over. Franz Wagner picked up by Reeves. The lob for James and the dunk. LeBron James. 4-on-1 break.
The king himself, and you had to know that he was going to be on this list. He's been in the game for almost 20 years, and for 20 years he's been looking amazing. He looks great in white, as we've seen recently, and his fashion sense has been as consistent as his games. LeBron always nails his looks. Well, maybe not the Tom Brown shorts, but still, he's LeBron. You have to make sure that you check LeBron out before each game, even if you're not a fan of the Lakers. James Harden is another player that you have to look at.
This has been Philadelphia's biggest Achilles heel defensively. They were 28th in the league last year, transition defense.
James Harden, pure.
His fashion sense isn't everyone's style, but one can't deny that he looks great. Okay, he did look a bit like Cookie Monster in that blue sweater, but he did look quite comfortable, and comfortability is also a style, right? Luckily, most of the time, one of the NBA's best shooters and scorers, James Harden, looks absolutely amazing off the court. So if you've followed the NBA fashion underbelly for a while, you're most likely waiting for this next name to pop up, Russell Westbrook.
Here's Westbrook. Westbrook gets free and lays it in. Timeout, Denver. Ty Lue about whether or not
he is the true leader of the fashion wave in the NBA. Westbrook blazed the trail that others have followed. The man has no boundaries and regularly pushes the fashion envelope with crazy colors, bare-chested looks, and funky silhouettes. Another great dresser is Devin Booker.
Booker works on him, pulls back, shoots, scores it at the horn. And then a few words for Boss Man 9.
Yes, he's not the flashiest off court, but he's got an amazing sense of style. The Phoenix Suns player and boyfriend to Kendall Jenner has nailed the laid-back West Coast style. He loves loose fits, Converse Chuck Taylors, and boots. We can't forget about the workwear jackets that go so well with his Cadillacs and Chevys. Mike Conley, on the other hand, was seen in a few too many shades of red, rocking a red jacket with red Nikes and red dots all over his pants. It's clear to see that this was a swing and a miss for the Timberwolves player. Luckily, veteran player PJ Tucker isn't one that dresses in too many shades of red. The Philadelphia 76ers player has one of the most refined and in-depth styles around. He is a legendary sneakerhead who has thousands upon thousands of kicks. His massive collection is insane, and he has some of the rarest and best-looking shoes. But his style does not end there. We've seen him rocking double-breasted blazers with a bucket hat and shorts, turtlenecks, overalls, velvet suits, and even balaclavas. If you can name it, Tucker has pulled it off. Jordan Clarkson is the next player on our list.
Feel a 10-3 run over the last 2.5. How about that? Broken ankle. Wow. Caught the rim, put it down. I mean, he just blew by Carter Williams.
And he has shown the world that you can walk around and look like a homeless person and still look amazing. Jordan Clarkson has a funky style. It's expressive and thoroughly his own. He has worn baggy grunge clothes and Tom Brown skirts, and he looked amazing in both. We're surely going to keep an eye on his pre-game looks as the year goes on. We're coming close to the end of the video, and we think it's time to reveal one of, if not the most stylish players in the NBA right now. For us, it has to be Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Where the Thunder catch this. Shai gets it, spins away, baseline shot. Shai puts it in and walks it off in OKC.
He has a consistent run of amazing looks, and SGA isn't afraid to go hard. He always looks sleek and has a refined style. It's clear that Westbrook, yes, the same Westbrook previously mentioned, is the one that blazed the trail for this young gun. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander just constantly nails wild looks, and most of these have no right looking so good. From the Met Gala to the NYFW, he has been everywhere. And this fashion season, we've seen him constantly dressed amazingly, no matter what style he went for. He's number one for sure, but this doesn't mean a few of the other names haven't gotten close. Like, we can't forget about Jason Tatum. He looks just as great in pink as he does in black. We all know that Jason Tatum is an NBA superstar. There's absolutely no question about that anymore. He took the Boston Celtics to the NBA Finals. His place in the league is cemented, and we can see that he is dressing with all that confidence that comes with that. He's not afraid to wear cut and sew jeans or crochet shirts, and all the wild matching sets are all advanced maneuvers that Tatum easily pulls off. One thing that should have been pulled off as soon as he put it on was D'Angelo Russell's substitute math teacher look. The $690 merino wool jacquard sweater with Massachusetts knitted on the front wasn't the best look, and he could have gone back to high school to teach a few classes with that fit. Luckily, when he wore big brands like the Japanese brand Visvim, he looked amazing, and his cut and sew look really fits him well, even if it isn't extremely flashy. Kelly Oubre Jr., on the other hand, is a bit more experimental. He constantly wears coveted brands like Chrome Hearts and Amiri in his outfits, which range from leather S&M chic to OG workwear. He's even made his own name out there in the fashion world with his brand Dope Soul. The S is a $sign, so you know it's upmarket. Jalen Green is the next player on the list, and he is the Houston Rockets' #2 pick, but he's just as wild off the court as he is on the court. He often throws down electric dunks, but he also throws on wild pieces. Bright green bubble shoes might not be everyone's style, but he made it work. And if there's anyone that you have to keep an eye on both off and on the court, it's Jalen Green. Yes, we know he's not number one. That spot is safe in the stylish hands of Shai. But all of these players deserve a spot on this list. Yes, even Cookie Monster. I mean, James Harden. But if you don't want to turn into Cookie Monster, make sure to hit that sub button so that we can catch you in another video.